Welcome back to More to the Tally. And this one is going to be a special one for me because I've been waiting to do one of these. I never thought I'd get the opportunity to do one, but I do. So there's this list floating out here, and I'm going to grab it and show it to you. And I saw this list on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. And it's this Ravens draft thread that I saw it on. And if you see it, there's this list here. And it has UDFAs that were signed, and he has it color coded and whatnot. And then on this right side, there's this camp invites. And if you were in the post-draft call-in show, you would have heard Jared Green inform me of a certain individual that got one of them camp invites. And actually, the person had 2 camp invites. And in my mind, smartly, he chose the Baltimore camp invite, and I'm going to tell you why. One of the guys that was a tight end on our practice squad recently signed with the Raiders. So that leaves us with our 3 main tight ends, who we all know who they are. One UDFA, and I can't recall if we have a practice squad tight end at the moment. So you play the numbers game. And the name on that list is the tight end Kamar Morales from Boston College, who was a camp invite for this upcoming weekend. And I know it's a long shot, but just looking at the numbers, and if you see on this chart, the guy has something could be there by it. Because, the red people just think he don't have a chance. Yellow is maybe something could be there. And green is the people that he think have a possibility of making the team. So I'm going to take you back through a little history before I get to, some of his numbers and whatnot. When I first moved here, I followed a legend. Legend being Jaquez Green. If you don't know, Jaquez Green is a University of Florida Hall of Famer, if I'm not mistaken. He has a stone out in front of their football facility. Played in the NFL for a number of years. In the DMV area, played with the Redskins for a while. And I followed him at the school when I first moved here. He was the OC. I was a receivers coach. I took his spot as a wide receiver coach. He was the OC. And then when he left town, I followed him at the job he left at the school I'm at now as the offensive coordinator. And, he moved out of town or whatnot. So following him twice, and with him having an NFL pedigree, it's tough to get people to buy into a guy that played college baseball. So, just because kids are flaky these days. They want to know what you did in your past and whatnot. They don't understand that just because you didn't do it don't mean you can't teach it. And just because I didn't do it in college don't mean I couldn't do it. I just chose a different path to go for. But long story short, this was one of the first kids that realized, he know what he's talking about. Which in turn made it easier for me to rally the rest of the kids to realize that, hey, I know what the F I'm doing, and let's get in this bag and get better. And so, you'll see some of the stuff that's on the screen right now going. But this is Kamar Morales. Now, he started his career at North Carolina. Caught passes from some of your NFL quarterbacks now. Started out catching touchdown passes from Sam Howell. Ended up catching touchdown passes from Drake May, who's, slated to be the next great quarterback in New England. Sam Howell, not so much. He's turned into a journeyman already. He's the all-time touchdown leader at North Carolina. For tight ends. And that comes from not catching a touchdown his redshirt junior year. So he's the all-time touchdown leader for tight ends and didn't catch a single touchdown his junior year, which hence the transfer to Boston College. And just in Boston College, that 1 year at BC, he caught 6 more touchdowns. And going into the numbers, and this is part homer, but part not, because numbers don't lie. 95 of 129 targets. The kid don't drop the ball much. That's a 73.4% completion rate. Over the course of his career, 1,086 yards, 11.4 yards per catch. 16 touchdowns, 10 of those coming at the University of North Carolina over a 3-year period, being the all-time touchdown leader at North Carolina. 6 of those coming just in the 1 year at Boston College. 467 yak yards. So that means he has the ability to do something with the ball after he gets it. 6 drops and 129 targets. That's a 5.9% drop rate. 5. So for whatever reason, I know it's a long shot, just say he was the main target in the NFL offense, that would be 6 drops over the course of 18 games. Because, you'd get 129 targets over the course of 18 games is a heavy load. So just say you was the main target in the NFL offense and you dropped the ball 6 times over 18 games. That's what you looking at right there. Contested catches over the course of his career, 12 of 19. 0 fumbles in his college career. 0. Nada. And 17 missed tackles forced after the catch. Now, is the game perfect? No, it is not. Inline blocking could be better, but does a great job of being a move tight end or H-back type back. But his hands are by far the main trait of his game. The kid rarely drops balls. Rarely. He blocks just enough to be a decoy and forgotten about, to leak out in certain situations, as you can see by some of these highlights. And to me, for him to make this team, even just on the practice squad, would put so much joy in my heart. So, and this is probably one of the most emotionalist, I know I just made that word up, but hopeful videos that you'll ever see on this channel. And I don't know how many of y'all will watch it or like it or whatnot, but I'm hoping and praying for the best for this kid this weekend to get through the mini camp and stay on and at least get a chance to get through a training camp and fight for one of those tight end spots, whether even if it's just that practice squad spot. So good luck, my guy. Old coach praying for you, and root to the Bros, man. Peace and love, y'all, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Coach Evans out.